For questions 28 through 30, we need to be familiar with these rules. So first of all, log base b of m times n can be rewritten as log base b of m plus log base b of n. Log base b of m divided by n is equal to log base b of m minus log base b of n. So if we have two logs with the same base, and we're subtracting them, then we can combine those into one log by dividing these two numbers here. And same thing, if we have two logs with the same base that we're adding together, we can combine those into one log by multiplying these numbers. All right, the third thing we need to know is this here. So if we have y equals log base b of x, we can rewrite that as b to the y equals x. So b to the y equals x. You always start with the base, go across to the other side of the equal sign, and then back here. So b to the y equals x. All right, and then the last thing we need to know is that the natural log, ln of x, is equal to log base e of x. And so when we see natural log, one thing that I like to do is just rewrite it as log base e of something, so that when we get to this point, it makes it easier for us to rewrite our equations in this form. All right, so let's start with number 28. 28 is log base 6 of x plus 4 minus log base 6, sorry, that's 6, not b, of 10 is equal to 1. All right, so first of all, let's get this into one log. And so we can do that by dividing x plus 4 minus 10. So we get log base 6 of x plus 4 divided by 10. And that's equal to 1. Now we can rewrite this. Start with the base 6 to the 1. 6 to the first power is equal to x plus 4 over 10. And now we can solve this for x. We're going to multiply both sides by 10. 10 times 6 to the 1, that's 60, is equal to x plus 4. And then subtract 4 from both sides. We get x equals 56. And so that's going to be b for 28. All right, 29. Log base 9 of x plus 24 plus log base 9 of x is equal to 2. All right, so now we're adding two logs, so to combine those together into one log, they have the same base, so we can do this. So we have log base 9 of these two multiplied together. So x plus 24 times x is equal to 2. And we can distribute that x, so we get log base 9 of x times x is x squared plus 24 times x is 24x is equal to 2. And then we can rewrite this as 9 squared is equal to x squared plus 24x. And so that's 81 is equal to x squared plus 24x. All right, now let me move this up here so you can see it. So we're going to move this up to here. 81 equals x squared plus 24x. All right, what we need to do now to solve for x, whenever you have both an x squared and an x, you're going to need to factor or use the quadratic formula to solve this. And in order to do that, you always have to start by making this equal to 0. So let's subtract 81 from both sides. we get 0 equals x squared plus 24x minus 81. We can factor that. We need two numbers that multiply to 81, multiply to negative 81, and add to 24. So that's going to be positive 27 and negative 3. 27 times negative 3 is negative 81. 27 plus negative 3 is 24. So that means that our x is equal to either negative 27 or positive 3. But be careful here, because if you plugged in 27 into our original equation, you'd get log base 9 of negative 27 plus 24. Well, that's going to give you a negative number. We can't take the log of a negative number. So we're going to reject this negative 27. And our answer is just going to be x equals 3. And so our answer for 29 is going to be C. All right, now 30 says the natural log of negative x minus the natural log of 2 is equal to 3. All right, so let's rewrite this natural log as log base e. And now since we're subtracting, we can put these two natural logs together by dividing. Negative x divided by 2. And that's going to be equal to 3. And now we can rewrite this as e to the third is equal to this, negative x divided by 2. And then we can multiply both sides by 2. We get 2e to the third equals negative x. And then multiply by negative 1, so we get x equals negative 2e to the third. And that's our answer. X equals negative 2e to the third. So that's A. Now, you may be saying to yourself now, Mr. Farrington, you just told us a minute ago that we can't have a negative answer. It's not true that we can't have a negative answer. We can't take the log of a negative number. So, but if we plug this back in, plug this negative up here, we'd get natural log of positive 2e cubed, and that does work. So you can have a negative answer, but you just can't take the log of a negative number. So plug it back in. If you're taking the log of a negative number, then it's not going to work. But this will work, because if we plug it in, it's got that negative up there is going to make it positive. So the answer for 30 is A, negative 2e to the third.